Warriors, I come to you on this day that's considered love around the United States, and I have a lot of hope. Now, I want to share this with you. Today, the 118th Congress came together and held a full Judiciary Senate committee hearing, bipartisan, to finally, what we've been talking about for the last couple of years, what the Warriors has been encouraging you to help us with, to protect our children online. We know a lot of the human slavery, as I call it, the human trafficking. Slavery is a much more descriptive word, is being fueled by the internet. We have to understand the definition today of trafficking, slavery. It includes images being traded online, addictions to online. We have all the studies. There are true addictions. 97% of teens 12 to 18 spend hours a day, up to 11 hours a day online. So finally, everything we've been rallying for the last few years is coming to a head. And what better day than February 14th, 2023, Valentine's Day. Whether you believe in it or not, I have great hope. You know, the number 118 may mean nothing to you, or it may mean something. A lot of people like to follow psychics or angel numbers. It's considered an angel number 118. The bottom line for that, whether you believe it or not, I'm going to go with it because we need right now some empowerment, some love, some good news with our government, is that 118, if we stay focused on good and away from the negative, more good will come to us. I'm sure you've heard that over the years. I am feeling very empowered. I'm feeling very empowered on this day that both sides can come together and say enough. Big tech accountability. We have to take action. Devastating studies have been coming out of the last couple of years. We certainly know what went on the last couple of years, fueled by this worldwide pandemic, whatever you want to call it, the mental health of our children, of our young people, of our future adults, leaders of our country. It can no longer be tolerated. And why should big tech be allowed to call all the shots, to destroy our families, our kids, right? So what I want you to know about the Senate Judiciary full hearing today is that big tech was not at this hearing, and they'll be called in for another hearing. But right now it was to come together because the month of February in Washington, D.C. is used as a time. We just began the 118th Congress as of January 3rd, 2023 for the next 2 years. So it is a time in the month of February where we come together to get the work done that we couldn't get done. I shouldn't say we, because I'm going to say our government couldn't get done in Congress in the 117th Congress. And now we're in the 118th, and we need to start from the bottom. We need to reinvigorate. We need to cheerlead. We need to get these bills to and over the finish line. So I'm going to go with today, the day of love, is also one of hope and encouragement from what I saw in Washington today, of leaders, of organizations, of NGOs, which are non-governmental organizations, of law enforcement, of federal agencies, of survivors of trafficking. When you want to know anything about trafficking and human slavery, you must always include the survivor voice, their learned lessons. Why, after all, I was never trafficked. I had a great childhood, teenage years. In order for me to do this work, I have to understand what people go through. So we are always about the survivor voice. It is a very big part of the Warriors. And sure, we don't go around and put pictures on Facebook and Twitter and different things we do, but just know we can't do our work without our beautiful survivors of all of this harm. So I'm having high hopes. A lot of us are, that we came together. We're going to get these bills. We have several bills. Nothing really about child safety was accomplished last year. And we talk about the weaponization all the time because there is true weaponization in Washington. Why, after all, it's just like around our country. But I'm thinking about 118. I'm thinking about my recent trip to Washington when I learned and we strategized and we talked about what we need to do in the 118th Congress to accomplish, things, bills, legislation, awareness, more resources from the government for all of this trafficking, for how are we going to protect the kids online? How are we going to address their mental health? And then I kept thinking 118. 118 is the new Congress. That's the number, 118th Congress. So that's where I began looking up the number 118 and what that means. Um, and again, whether you believe it in or not, I'm going to go with the positivity part of it, that psychics like the number, that angels like the number. Why not, right, warriors? What do we have to lose? Because with so much pain and suffering going on in our country, of course, around the globe, we're focused right here in our own towns and cities and communities in America. Let us come together. Let us start talking about engaging, empowering, educating, taking care of those kids on this day of love. Hug your child, hug your friends. There's so many different types of love. Of course, there's romantic love, love of your child, love of brothers and sisters, love of friends, love of a job, love of money, love of a sport, love of a pet, right? We need to start showing the love, giving the love, accepting the love, and create a better atmosphere, especially for our youth to see. So join me. Always follow lynswarriors.org. We are going to be having a lot of take actions for you because we need the public. We cannot do this alone. We need each and every one of you. If I sit here and tell you I feel encouraged on this day of love, what was accomplished in Washington today, and with a strategy of there is no stopping now, that we have to repeal Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act that no longer stands with what's going on online. And also as we face AI and going into virtual reality, out the door, out the window with the old, in with the new, we can do it, but we need your help. So always, we have the Parents Toolkit to understand what's going on the website. We also have how to contact your Congress members on the website, but I want each and every one of you to understand. I need you. We need you. So we're going to keep you aware of what's going on. We've got to reintroduce the Kids Online Safety Act. We've got to reintroduce the Earn It Act, holding big tech accountable, the Protect Act with image-based sexual abuse images that go out online. Remember, an image online is there forever. Doesn't matter if you've deleted it. It doesn't go away. It's already been shared. It's out there, tormenting people for the rest of their lives. We have to remember with the internet that the victimization, the traumatization goes on for a lifetime. And we're gonna start handling all of this. We're gonna start handling all of this, but we need you. And I want to thank you always for all of your attention, for watching these videos, for sharing. I don't care if it's a little nugget of information, sharing our Lynn's Warriors website, lynswarriors.org, talking about it. I urge all of you to do one thing. If you're a parent, if you're a grandparent, family, aunt, uncle, friends, neighbors, kids, start talking about internet safety. Start talking about safety features, filters. They're all there. You can learn so much for free and protect your children. Number one step, warriors, communication with the kids. They need us. They want us, believe it or not. I don't care how they act. I've seen a lot of fresh teenagers. Yeah, I've seen a lot of fresh 10 and 12-year-olds. They come around. Remember, we're the parents, we're the adults, we're the caregiver. We got to break them down. I know. Once I'm working with a group of kids and I gain their trust and they start opening up, they can't get enough. They need that hug. They need that attention. They need, how was your day? They need, let's talk about what games you're playing. Let's talk about who you're talking to online. Let us not, these predators, I almost choked up for a second. They cannot win. We cannot allow this more than ever. And I don't have to sit here and tell you, warriors, with open borders, people flooding into our country, kids all over, those children, our children, it's shocking. But we're going to get a grip. We're going to stay strong because each and every day, we're warriors.